welcome to another episode of the Trash Talk Podcast. We have a pop quiz lined up, obviously, for you. We didn't do it last week because we had Sergey on. If you didn't see that, we opened our letters from our mental test results, and Sergey was part of that.
Yes.
And today, we have a regular scheduled programming. We're also starting a new streak for our crosswords because, goddamn, we need to. We failed last time we did that, so we have to get that going again. But first, pop quiz time, and after that we're having an interesting one. We have a tier list today, and we ranked NFL logos, but both the current and historic logos of all teams.
Yes,
and we're going to see
and we
which
both rank them
those,
separately. We're going to compare those results. It's
we're going
going
to
to
see
be
which one we like better.
one hell of a thing. First of all, though, pub quiz time.
How does that work, JJ?
Well, we go to pubquizquestionshq.com, which,
Purple beverage.
and then we pick out the questions from there. I asked you the questions, you answered them. After a second, the viewer at home can also answer them, and you can compare your score to Alex's.
That's
Yes.
time to do it. We check off whether we got it right or wrong. I have a pen here. I have a piece of paper. Take this envelope right over here. Think you don't mind if I take that?
Yeah, no, that's from that's
That's company papers. Who cares?
I was about to say that is in fact company property, and also it's trash.
And the pen is not functioning. That's great. Let's let me grab this pencil that JJ just handed me. There we go. So that is
that's why I like pencils. They always work.
And a wrong, unless whenever they don't.
Well, yeah, but if a pencil doesn't write properly, you can tell, right? Like either it's sharp or it isn't.
I also couldn't tell that the pen doesn't write properly.
Yeah, exactly. For if you have a pen, you really have to try it out. So the pencil, you just look at it and you see if it works or not.
That's 2 seconds of difference. I'm ready to go. I hope everybody's ready to go. Pop quizzes, British stuff. I hope. My goal is always to score 30 points out of 50, and we'll see what we can do. Let's go.
Although used as far back as the 1930s when it was known as the buzz, which dance move was popularized by Michael Jackson in his performance of Billie Jean?
I was confused there at the beginning.
Yes.
The moonwalk.
That is correct.
God.
Isn't it crazy that Buzz walked on the moon, though?
Crazy, man. Buzz Lightyear walked on the moon.
Buzz Aldrin?
Oh, that Buzz you meant. Actually, yeah. He did actually walk on the moon.
Yeah. So, dude, when I read this question, I was like, what?
Maybe it's...
The moonwalk used to be known as the Buzz? Back in the 30s?
Huh. Well, the moon thing came later. So...
yeah.
It's probably not related.
That's why it's interesting, though. If it was related, that would just be boring. I mean, yeah. Anyways, although there are about 60 species of eagle, only 2 species are found on the American continent. One is the bald eagle. What is the other? A. Black eagle. B. Golden eagle. Or C. Black hawk eagle.
That would be the golden eagle.
That is correct. The RMS Titanic was operated by which company?
White Star.
It is the White Star Line. At 3,915 miles long, what is the longest river in China?
The Yangtze.
That is correct. Who was Popeye the Sailor's... What? Who was Popeye the Sailor Man's love interest?
Olive oil.
That is correct.
He also ate a lot of spinach.
Yes. What was the name of the family that the comedy series Bread was set around? That is bread as in the food.
Oh, correct. The name of the family, Johnson.
Boswell.
Correct.
In the periodic table of elements, which of the noble gases has the lowest atomic number?
Helium.
That is correct. Which team came runners-up in the Women's Hockey Olympic final in 2016?
Since it's such a specific question and they ask it, I'll just say Great Britain.
Netherlands. Which British Prime Minister from 1830 to 1834 is better known as a beverage than he is a politician?
Okay. Earl Grey.
That is correct.
That's a tea.
That is also correct. Charles Grey,
Yep.
the second Earl Grey. Earl Grey tea is named after him. It says in, but yeah. How would you write the year 2016 in Roman numerals?
MMXVI.
That is correct. That finishes the first 10 questions.
8-2. Good sheet so far. Don't give me the British comedy drama thing fucking question on 901. Easy.
What type of animal is a gharial? Gharial.
Let's spell that again and slow.
Gharial.
What kind of animal?
Yes.
A reptile?
A large reptile related to the
Do
alligator.
we count that?
Yes.
Cool.
I mean, it literally just says a large reptile, then in
Yeah.
parentheses, the related to the alligator, so yeah. Flamenco originated in which region of Spanish? I assume it's supposed to say Spain, but the question reads Spanish.
Okay.
I like how the question and answers within this quiz were verified and updated in July 2020, but apparently they did not check their spellings. Because that's the second spelling mistake I found.
Just need to be correct. Which region of Spain? There's a bunch. Catalonia. I don't know.
Andalusia.
Crap.
Oh, great. Gdansk airport in Poland is named after who? So it's Gdansk.
Who's named after who?
Yes.
That's a pretty. Who does Poland name stuff after at the moment? Like they've been pretty harsh on like taking every Soviet name off of everything, so it's probably some revolutionary. Walesa maybe? Lech Walesa?
Yes, that is correct.
It was actually a guess, but he was one of the dudes.
Sir Francis Drake's gallon was the Golden Hind, but what was it called at the start of its circumnavigation of the globe?
His ship.
Yes.
It was called something different?
Yes.
What? I didn't know it was ever called something different. I don't know. What was it?
The Pelican.
What?
And then it says Drake renamed it mid-voyage.
Really?
Yes.
Never.
I like how the word circumnavigation was in the question.
Oh, because that's what it was.
Yeah. In the periodic table of elements, which element has the symbol AS?
Arsenic.
That is correct. Uruguay won the inaugural Football World Cup, but who did they beat 4-2?
Football. Brazil.
Argentina.
Correct. Close.
What is the name for the process plants used to turn sunlight into glucose, CO2, and water? Oh, what is the name of the process plants used to that?
Oh, okay. The process which plants use.
Yeah.
Okay. I was say processing plants. Since when do we do that, Matt?
Dude, guard pads, as I'm telling you.
I guess. Photosynthesis.
That is correct. I also had to read that twice. I was like, wait, what? In Raiders of the Lost Ark, what is Indy hired by the US government to find?
The Lost Ark.
The Ark of the Covenant, that is correct.
Did we count that?
Yeah, I mean, I would say so.
Okay. Free answer.
In Roman mythology, who was the messenger of the gods?
The messenger. Who the fuck was the messenger? I don't know.
Mercury.
I don't know.
See, it would have been easier for me to come up with the Greek one, but the Roman one I would have probably come up with as well. You know what the Greek one is, right?
No.
Hermes.
Okay. I don't know mythology stuff, man. I don't know that stuff. I like stuff that happens.
Should I Stay or Should I Go was a UK hit for which group in 1991?
The Clash.
That is correct. That finishes the second sheet.
14-6.
That is slightly worse than before, but still very good. The spacecraft Messenger orbited which planet between 2011 and 2015?
I mean, it must be Mercury now, right? They would have never put that question if it wasn't. It's called Messenger. It has to be Mercury.
That is correct.
There we go.
Oh! In which... No, I just now that you said that it
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I didn't realize that was
You
connected, but I
referenced
guess it
to
was.
that other question.
Well, it's a separate sheet, but yeah. In which English county is Tatton Park situated? Tatton?
Spell?
Tatton.
Tatton Park.
And I guess you know how park is spelled.
Oh, yeah. Lancashire?
Cheshire.
Cheshire.
Rory McIlroy. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Rory McIlroy.
Rory McIlroy won the first of his major tournaments in 2011. Which championship was it?
Oi. That's one of those golfers that everyone but JJ on the planet knows. But what first tournament? US Open?
That is correct. Australian rules football team Collingwood plays its home games at which ground?
Collingwood. Which ground? The hell? At Collingwood Stadium.
It's the Melbourne Cricket Ground in parentheses MCG.
At the old MCG. Yeah. What?
Dude, Aussie rules football is something, alright? It's like nothing else.
Garbage.
An object made of what is traditionally given in the UK for the 10th wedding anniversary?
So I will preface this by saying that I have never been married for 10 years in the UK.
Very specific,
And
but
if
okay.
I were, I wouldn't celebrate the 10th anniversary of it. So I have absolutely no qualification to answer this question. Made of what? Gold is probably too expensive for just 10 years. It's like not a big deal. It might be worth just to stay married for 10 years just for something golden. Let's say, silver.
Tin.
Cool.
I think gold is 50. I'm not sure, though. I think silver's 25.
Why the fuck do you know UK wedding tradition?
I'm pretty sure that's not even...
anniversary wedding.
I'm pretty sure it's not even the UK specific thing.
Really?
Maybe some of the smaller intervals are, but like the silver and gold ones are generally...
So wait, if you're married 50 years, they give you gold?
Each other.
Oh, that's some... okay, that's some bullshit. Okay, I thought you just got gold from people you invited to your party and they gave you gold.
I don't think so.
Okay, that's some garbage. Okay, that's some bullshit. Well then.
Which film stars James Stewart as a wheelchair-bound photographer who spies on his neighbors?
Office Space.
Rear Window. The French Queen, Marie Antoinette, was born in which country?
Austria.
That is correct. Who published works under the pen name Acton Bell?
Bell Acton.
It is Anne Bronte. Bronte? What would you be preparing if you were using a French press?
Coffee.
That is correct.
New York.
I was about to say, where does that New York accent come from? The first English Prime Minister, Robert Walpole, was MP for which constituency?
At that point, because I was like in the, I think 1700s, definitely something related to the royal house, but I have no fucking clue. I don't know.
King's Lynn.
There we go.
That finishes the third sheet.
We are 18 and 12. It's getting a bit worse, but we are on course still.
The Olympic-class ocean liners were 3 ships built in the early 1900s. RMS Olympic and Olympic and Titanic, were 2. What was the third?
The Britannic.
That is correct. What product was advertised as "It's a bit of an animal"?
It's a bit of an animal.
Yes.
Dinosaur-shaped chicken nuggets.
Pepperami.
Pepperoni.
I have no idea what that is.
It's pepperoni salami.
Oh.
But
Fair.
that's I think a British thing as well.
The Liberty Bell, an iconic symbol of American independence, is located in which U.S. city?
Philadelphia.
That is correct. At the start of the 19th century, the leading UK newspaper sold how many copies per day? A. 400, B. 4,000, or C. 40,000?
Start of the 19th century.
At the start of the 19th century, yes.
That's not a lot, actually. For an 1800, but that's a nationwide newspaper.
Yes. Well, it's the leading UK newspaper. It doesn't have to be nationwide. It's just the biggest.
But it
within
was
the nation.
most likely situated in London. And even that had a lot of people back then. It could be 4,000, I'll say 40.
It is 4,000. What is the name of the thin, plain weave sheer fabric traditionally made from silk and often used in bridal wear?
White cloth.
Organza.
Listen, I know it's a white cloth.
Former Formula One world champion Niki Lauda was born in which country?
Finland.
Austria.
Oh, I confused him with someone, I think. Fuck.
I knew he was a native German speaker. I couldn't have told you from which country exactly.
I confused him with Raikkonen, if you've heard of him.
Oh, Kimi Raikkonen, yeah.
He's from Finland, I think.
That guy was active like way later, though.
I don't know about like the history of it. I mean,
at that point, Niki Lauda was doing commentary. Like,
I don't know. Listen, I never intentionally watched a car race in my life.
I mean, Niki Lauda is kind of famous for that whole incident where he like lost his ear or burned it like off significant chunks of that side of his face at least.
Like in a car crash?
Yeah. In the Nürburgring, the that part that they don't use anymore.
Should have wore a helmet.
You know, he might have. I don't even know. But that was back in the day. From which film is this the closing lines? You see, this is my life. It always will be. There's nothing else. Just us. And the cameras. And those wonderful people out there in the dark. Alright, Mr. DeMille. I'm ready for my close-up.
Office Space.
Sunset Boulevard.
Yeah.
What is the world's fastest animal?
Fact of the week, the peregrine falcon.
That is correct.
Which means Hayabusa in Japanese, and they named it that because they wanted to be faster than the Honda Blackwing. Which is the second fastest. Black Hawk, which is second fastest.
In Norse mythology, what was the name of Odin's Hall, equivalent to a Christian's heaven? That is correct. I think equating it to heaven is a bit of a simplification, but
I'll take it.
It is the warrior's rest. It's the afterlife for honorable warriors, specifically. It's a bit more narrow, but Norse is one of those mythologies where they have 3 afterlives. Oh. So, yeah. So there's a neutral one, which doesn't exist in Christianity, for example. What is the minimum number of games a team from the lowliest eligible level of football would play to win the FA Cup? I assume it's soccer.
Football, yes. The minimum amount of games...
Oh, wait, sorry. There's a multiple choice as well. Okay. The minimum number of games a team from the lowliest eligible level of football would have to play to win the FA Cup. Okay. Is it A, 14, B, 16, or C, 18?
Why would some teams have to play more games than others? Maybe, I guess, like if you're like a pro team already, you're already qualified for like a next round or something.
I don't know. Yeah, it's probably some sort of buy rounds or something. I mean, it's like in the NFL, like if you're a division winner, you have to. Well, if you're one of the higher division winners, you have to play less games to go.
Just
to
the one seed starting this season. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
What were the numbers again?
14, 16, and 18.
That's all of them are a lot, but I guess in soccer they play games. So that's like 18.
It is 14.
Correct. Which
brings us to the last cheat. How are you going so far?
22, and 17. That can't be right. That can't be right. I missed something somewhere. Stop it.
Well, maybe I missed a question, but I kind of doubt that. We never had that problem before.
I probably didn't check something.
What is the technical name for the shin bone at the front of the lower leg?
Recently broke that, so you know. Tibia.
That is correct. What is the prison Alcatraz also known as?
Like one of the many names, or what do they want?
Well, they have one in particular written down.
The lock?
Yes.
Okay.
What is the name for the layer of the atmosphere closest to the Earth?
Geography class. You're like 8 on my.
I'm not sure if we ever did that in school, but
well, I did at least.
I was about to say we didn't go to the exact same class, so.
Troposphere?
That is correct. The Venera 7 spacecraft launched by the USSR was the first to successfully land on another planet. But which one?
So if you pay close attention to the question, you can also figure it out. Venus.
That is correct. Which modern gardens were conceived by Tim Smith and designed by architect Nicholas Grimshaw? Yes.
Dude. Wicker Park.
Eden Project. A blue cap is a mythological fairy or ghost, but where would it be found?
In mines.
That is correct.
Did you know that miners sometimes would believe so hard that they saw those little fuckers that they would actually like leave like wages for them? Because allegedly the blue caps demanded like to be paid the exact same as the miners, and then for that they would lead them to like rich deposits, and they would like just put some in the corner for them and then go.
I did not know that. Actually, I'd never heard of blue caps before. I had heard of red caps, but not of blue caps.
They're like kobolds, I guess, a little bit, but they can fly.
I know red caps are like gnomes, but anyways, which line dance became an international dance craze in 1975 following Van McCoy and the Soul City Symphony's song of the same name?
The Buzz.
The Hustle.
The Hustle? Wait, there's a dance called The Hustle?
Yes.
And it's like the hustle, as in like this, you know, what you do to survive in prison?
I don't think so.
It's not spelled like that? How's it spelled?
What? But oh, you mean spelling? It's Hustle.
Well, it's spelled the same way.
Why would you associate the word hustle with prison?
Well, that's what it's called. Like if you're in prison and you're doing like you're running drugs, you're doing illegal tattoos, it's called a hustle. The side hustle. To make money.
I mean, that nomenclature is also just used in non-prison contexts.
True, but that's where it originates.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
The cassowary inhabits dense tropical forests on New Guinea. What type of animal is it?
The cassowary.
Yes.
That's a bird, actually. It's like an emu.
Yes. I mean, I would have also known. It says specifically large flightless bird, but since you said like an emu, I'll count that for sure. As of 2020, which major test-playing nation had never got to the finals of the Cricket World Cup? Whatever test-playing nation is.
So who had never gone to the final of the Cricket World Cup? So it's probably a nation that is not famous for cricket.
It is a major test-playing nation, to be specific, whatever that means. I don't know cricket.
So there's like 3 or 4 teams that are like famous for cricket. I think it's like India, Pakistan, they play it. South Africa plays it, and like I think like Australia, New Zealand, and then the Brits. So they probably made finals before. So I'll just say like, the Cayman Islands.
The correct answer is South Africa.
Oh really? Okay, I would have thought that they made some finals. They suck.
A trash is the collective name for which dangerous animal?
A crash.
Yes. That's fact of the week material right there.
Hippos.
Rhinoceroses.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yes, a murder of crows, a conspiracy of ravens, and a crash of rhinoceroses.
Goddamn.
Yes. That was that.
That's it?
Yeah. No, I mean, it's not the end of the video or anything, but...
Yeah, but I am... okay, so by my calculation, I am 27 and 22, which doesn't quite work out, of course. There's 1 point that floats.
I mean, I guess at least you didn't lose any more points in between
But
there.
I'm either 27 or 28.
Yes.
That we know.
Either one is below 30.
Either one's below 30, though. Yeah, exactly. And in the beginning, I started off well, but then the British sports came to bite me. The football and the cricket. That got me. We have facts.
Oh, well.
We have facts. Weekly facts. Fact. JJ, what's your fact of the week?
Some of you might have already noticed this.
Okay.
But I still want to mention it because, well, A, I didn't come up with a better fact, and B, I think it is worth mentioning.
What easy.
We got no camera, and this is the first video in release order that has that no camera.
Yeah.
We actually recorded, I think, 1 or 2 Trash Bowl games that come out more or less right after this, before, but yeah.
New camera, we have a light set up. Like, if you compare this to the frame from, like, last, or, like, a couple weeks ago podcast, you can tell a difference.
Yeah,
it's pretty
you
good.
should have hopefully seen us gradually improve. We added lights, we changed out the camera, we have, at some point or other, played with the settings of our old camera, we've added filters, to enhance the color. We've done a lot of things, and hopefully this looks better than before.
And you, by the way, conned this fact away from me, because I at several points suggested that I'm going to bring that up as a fact of the week. You guys told me off by saying, no, we shouldn't even mention it, because we don't want the people to even, like, hear
Yeah,
Like, he was always against us saying that anywhere on record, and now he's using it as a fact.
I realized when I wrote it down as a fact that I had said something like that before, but
Yeah.
A, dude, it's really hard to come up with facts. And,
Is it? No.
I mean, you always claim it's easy, but
It's easier than songs. Yeah,
no, it's not.
it is. There's more facts than songs.
Yes, exactly.
So you have a bigger array to pick from.
Well, as we all know, that the smaller the amount of options, the easier it is to make a choice.
Not really. Not if like all the options seem like you've used them before and you try to use a different one, you run out of options.
I can definitely tell you we've had less podcasts than you have songs in your music collection.
That is definitely true, yeah. But most of the songs on Music Collection don't deserve to be songs of the week.
Well, that's a you problem.
There's more facts than songs. That's my fact. That's not my fact. My fact of the week is actually an interesting one. The abbreviation OMG that people like to use, like many other abbreviations.
Oh my god.
These days does actually not originate from the internet age at all. In fact, it dates back over 100 years in the past to a letter from 1917 written by some dude to Winston Churchill in which he used that abbreviation. It said OMG. 1917. Pre-internet, pre-everything.
Was it understood at the time?
He put OMG and then in parentheses, oh my god. the letter.
Okay. I mean, fair enough, I suppose, but
Yeah, he wanted to establish it, set the trend.
that is fascinating.
Yeah, there's that. That's the fact of the week. We have crosswords. We have a streak. We don't, and that's the problem.
We could continue our losing streak.
No. We need to have a streak, and it's got to be a winning streak. And that's what we're going to be playing crosswords today. What's the topic?
Brad Pitt.
Shit. I don't know anything about actors or movies, so I'm going to have you carry this whole shebang.
Also, it's only 15 minutes.
Alright, let's get it.
Not that.
This.
Yes. MCU's Tree Man. Sorry. Oh, right. The Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yes. Straight blank Cognus Outer. Does it spell like this?
Yeah, that'll be a little bit cool.
2001 Brad Pitt film. I don't know just from that. Tierra
Del
Blanc Fuego. Del, okay?
Fireland.
Yes. Satisfactory. What? Cessation of hostilities. Oh, yeah, ceasing hostilities. Truce. We have Monopoly Purchase is a hotel. And Greek Vowel is iota. And Stunt Double for 1 is...
But the Brad Pitt movie is one out of like 13 oceans.
Oceans 11? That was the first one of the bunch.
Wait, that was the first one?
Yes.
Why they start counting it? Doesn't matter. Let's keep going.
There are 11 people.
For God's sake, stand.
Stunt Double for 1 is...
Stand in.
Oh, stand in. And then let's do this. I want to look at Poison Plant. I don't know why it puts poison in.
I don't know.
Huh. What does that say? Desiccated. Wait.
Let's do it.
Isn't shat?
That is defecated.
That's defecate. I was about to say that's not quite sound right.
Let's do the ones in the top where we already have a letter. How about that?
Okay. Right. Yes, sure. So that one's scattered as seed. Biblical murder victim is Abel. Kingly address, sire. Musical wonder.
Savant? No. Doesn't fit. That's also just generally.
Back talk.
Sass.
R.I.P. notice. Obit? Short for obituary? Used to be.
Were.
I was like, was?
Sewed is the...
the musical wonder is Stevie.
I see. And he didn't.
Yes, he didn't see. Yes. Irish New Age singer.
Bruh, I don't know.
Wicked One. 2014 Brad Pitt film.
Like, come on, 4 letters, put it together.
Swedish furniture chain is IKEA. Wee Bitty. Wicked. Small, tiny, whatever. So we have the down ones. Wicked One. Luau instrument. Stimpy's pal is Ren. And Triumphant Fry. Oh god, it might be... I don't know what the movie is right offhand. Maybe later. Let's...
It's really not tiny, goddammit.
Password. What? Password partners. What? Did we do this? This one? Objective.
Usernames.
Oh.
Hey.
We didn't do these ones either. Objective. And flop failure.
Dud.
Which makes this one
So
alright, we never actually looked at that again. Poison plant starts with
sugar. Dang it. Would have been so cool.
Actress, Hatcher, or Gar. Keep away from. Evade? Evade?
Not exactly what that is.
What?
That's not really what that... Oh, keep away from as in you keep yourself away from something else. Ah, yes.
In this case. In medias... Oh, is it res? Yeah. That means in the middle of the action. That's a movie term.
Yeah.
I'll be right with you. One sec.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get how these quizzes work. Nirvana album in... Was it Euro? 1995 Brad Pitt film is 7. Wipe Clean is... Erase, yeah. And then we have Desiccated. We also have the actress, which is...
Just force vowels in there.
Terry? Alright, Terry is... Can't be spelled that way, yeah. It's the female version, yeah. Desiccated is... There's
we
probably
could do that later.
Arid. Oh yeah, arid. Like terrain, yeah. Okay. And objective is...
Aid?
That doesn't make sense. Objective is in goal, I suppose, right?
Aim.
Oh, yes. Which means that the poison plant is...
For someone.
That's not the way these are meant to be.
We have a streak to do.
Should I maybe just look at the cross one first?
Okay.
Reiner and Lewis. Oh. Whoops.
Flock across.
Young kangaroo is
Joey.
a Joey. Then we have the Ryan Red Lewis one. Offers of marriage, I guess a proposal.
Yeah. Why did
Wait,
proposals?
Oh, never mind.
Why was the
Small-
first thing that came to mind proposition?
I don't know.
Weird.
Small bouquet. I assume it's in flowers.
I don't know.
Atlas contents are maps. What do we have here? Kramer's Neighbor. I believe that's a reference to some sort of TV show.
Jerry?
Oh, Seinfeld. That's what it was. Nobel Peace Prize City
Oslo.
is Oslo. And then let's do this one as well. Shopping Binge. Was it Carl's? Yeah. Spree.
Yeah.
And then the Small Bouquet I still don't know, but Fencing Sword is an EP. That's like a really popular
Because it gives
question.
a lot of ease for the other word.
South American Wild Cat. Second letter is a C.
Could do the across one maybe? Or that needs to be a vowel. Posey. Pacey.
A wildcat is sort of oh ocelot.
That's a cat, yeah. Get some time.
what else would it be? Behind on bills, in debt. Tavern is in
Bar. How in the world do you type in before you type bar?
Pueblo building material. That's some South American thing, I think. Away from the wind. Sheltered, I don't know. Stadium sound. Rar. Is it just literally just is it like an onomatopoeia? Originated singer Enya, right? Which means that the Pueblo building material starts with an A. We also have these dumb ones. I actually start there. Move quickly. Sprint jog. I don't know. Deadly virus Ebola. 2006 Brad Pitt film. Don't know if I know this one. Forest denizens are trees. Which.
Hello. No, it doesn't fit. That doesn't fit.
And away from the wind is. I don't actually know. The wicked ones up there, Wee Bitty, like all of those, Lua Instrument, Triumph and Cry, and the Brad Pitt film, of course.
Yeah, I made you to find these movies, dude. You know movies.
The stadium sound is still in there. High fiber cereal ingredient. Oatmeal? No. Just. It's probably something about oat, though.
Might be. Let's assume it is.
Fume filled.
Smoky?
What? Smoky? Okay, yeah.
Doses! You know what I'm saying?
Bushy hairdo. Afro. Chess piece. It's a cheese piece. Chess piece. That ends in an K. There's not that many. 2004 Brad Pitt film. I don't know how to find which one that is. Museum piece is art. It's Troy. Yeah. There's also the 1998 Brad Pitt film, which I got that for as well. Yes. We also have Weaving Machine. Loom. Wait, that's spelled differently. That's spelled like this. Stare at. Ogle.
What?
That's probably not. No. I don't know. Africa Ben is Toto. And then the down ones are Benins? Benins?
Oh. Country in Africa. Something about meat.
Yes. Sudden shock.
Okay.
Mercutio's friend. Is it a Shakespeare thing? It sounds like it would be a Shakespeare thing. I don't know.
It could be ogle, the thing you said with the...
Is that not spelled? Is that not spelled differently though? Is it not double G or something?
It's ogle.
Sudden shock is jolt. and whatever that is. Oh, it's Romeo. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is a Shakespeare theme.
Joe. Like, come on, man. Movies.
Seth, I don't know. High fiber cereal ingredient. Then we have Zap with a beam. Voyager Polo. Oh, Marco.
I see.
Neptune's Realm is...
Ocean?
I was about to say the sea. Cincinnati Sitcom Station. Trim the Lawn is Mo. The movie I don't know right offhand, but we'll see. Harder to Find is Rarer. Music Licensing Organization is... Well, there's a bunch of those. Noble Gas is Neon. And then... This is probably something with oat, right?
Bran?
What?
Bran at the end?
Bran. Oat Bran, okay. Joe...
Black? Come on,
Sure.
man.
Zap with the Beam is
Lays.
Lays. And then the station is WKR something. And then Music Licensing Organization is Ask something. I don't actually know either of those. Oh, God.
Okay, we got a little bit more time. Gotta find this stuff.
Pueblo Billing Material. Away from the Wind. Stadium Sound.
We can force the last letter. Raw? Rar? Move Dash?
Move Quickly is Dash. Yes, it is. And then, what is the building material?
Force it.
Here, what is Away from the Wind is...
Oh, force him.
And then...
2 minutes. We got it. Well, we have to do the top corner still.
Oh!
Is Pueblo some computer thing? Babel?
Maybe. Wicked One. The film, the luau instrument, and Triumphant Cry.
Come on, please no
It's
one.
like yay. That's dumb.
No one movie, man. It's not really that tiny, are you kidding me?
Oh.
But it has to be a vowel, so, and then uka, aka, the instrument, man.
Luau. What, uka?
Something, aka, something. It has to be a vowel in the... Both of them have to be vowels. Try all vowel combinations.
Yes, I am on it, man.
Okay.
I'm already on it. E, O, A, U, I. A, E, U, I. It doesn't necessarily have to be vowels. O,
It's our best shot.
A. I think I tried all of them there. What did I try above that? A and
A, E, go I. Something.
Ike's a name. Iko, Iki, Iku, Ika.
Wow.
I think I might have tried the O ones already. Okay, yeah, no, that's not gonna be it. Oku, no, we don't have enough time.
Yeah.
This, yeah, no, I'll try. It's okay. The movie's Fury. Fiend is... Oh, the Wicked One is a fiend. That was gettable. And then Wee Bitty is Eenie.
Hate that bullshit. God damn it.
We have
The
98%.
fucking movie shit, man. Why do I do it all the time?
We have 98%. The average is 89%, and that brings us in, well, 60.4% of people finish it.
Bullshit. That's garbage. Bullshit excuses. Let's do the next topic. Fuck that shit. We'll do it better next time. We got it. we have tier lists, rankings. We have prepared them.
Oops, there's my...
We're doing them now. We have tier list rankings for all 32 NFL team logos, both the current ones and the historic ones. Which one do you want to do first?
I think I put the historic ones first. We'll see once I press this key.
That's fine.
And that is your ranking
that is
of the historic logos.
The historic logos, exactly. So, you see,
I just see it's very convenient that we're not cutting this off with our camera. We might have to switch it around a little bit later, but hey, for now, this works.
Oh, that is true. So, obviously, you see that the Dolphins logo is like the greatest thing ever. The dolphin actually looked like a dolphin. It looked like like a flipper. This looks like a picture from Ocean, like from SeaWorld, right? Where they got the dolphin, like it looks like all jumping through. He's got a little helmet on. Looks freaking cool. The new one is terrible. Spoilers, by the way. This one was great. I love the Houston Oilers logo. It's just better than the Titans anyway. And as a matter of fact, I think they should become the Oilers again. And, Bears, right? There's a bear crawling on a football. Bears are cool. Footballs are cool. There's nothing bad about this logo, so that's S tier for me. Very clearly. It's tough to tell some of them because they're cut off, but the first one in A is the Giants one, which I loved a lot more than the current. It just spelled out Giants, looked a lot cooler in the current one, looked more dangerous. And it was just cooler, and they were fearsome, and they're not that anymore. Buffalo, because it's just a big cool animal, and the Bengal tiger because it's a big cool animal, and the animal heads I actually like better than the weird like symbols they have now. The Baltimore Ravens thing, I was kind of unsure where to put that, but I actually like it a slight bit better than the current Raven, though they're both like okay, but nothing special. It should be more of a reference to Poe, and I would like it better. The minor 49er guy there, freaking Sourdough Sam, I'm not sure if that's supposed to be him, as well as the old school Buccaneer. They're historic people, and it makes sense. You got the same with the Steeler in this one, in this category as well. I like those a little bit better than some of the other ones. The Chargers with their helmet, I'm not gonna give like full points for helmets because it's a bit uninspired, but I like the Chargers logo a lot, and it's on the helmet at least, so it's a bit. It's okay.
Yeah, the thing about the helmets is, like, you can do it if you're the only team that's doing it, right? Yeah. Like, I don't mind those, but if everyone did it, it would look dumb.
I like it as a logo. Like, come up with something better. Got the Colts there, bit more inspired than the current one. He's got the helmet, but it's flying over his head because it's so wild. And the eagle that's swooping in, got the football in hand. The Steeler is pretty cool, and I don't like the art as much, but it's inspiring. I could have put it in A, but I didn't because the execution of it doesn't look that great. The old Saints logo, which surprisingly I like a little bit better than the new one, but they're both about...
They're very similar. It's just different colors.
Yeah, the colors. I like the black one a little bit better. I think it looked better on the helmets. You got the Broncos with the actual... with the horse within D for Denver, and the Detroit Lion, which is very, very similar. That's always been a very similar one. And the old Jets logo, which you can't tell at all what it looked like on this one, which is okay. And that's really all the ones that I think are like good. Like, I like those logos. They're okay. And then getting to C tier, the Falcons one is just... I don't know what they were thinking with that old Falcons logo. That looks horrible compared to the new one. Like, that is a big improvement they made.
They don't even look that different from each other, though.
They do. Big different.
The proportions are a bit different, and the color scheme is not quite the same.
This one looks so weird. And of course, the R word, the Washington Redskin, which is just a bit worse than the newer but not current one.
Right. Yeah. So this one still our current tier list still has the Redskins logo.
Because the other one is just a W in it. Like, we can do that when they have a new name and new logo, but that's useless. The Jaguar is pretty much close to the same Jaguar. I think this one is a bit cooler, but I'm not a huge fan of either. On second thought, I'll probably put that Jaguar in B tier, but I can't change it now. The star is just it's just a blue star.
Yeah.
I get it's iconic, but it's just a blue star. At least within the other one, they have like a white border.
Yeah, I know, right?
A blue star. What do you mean? And the Houston Texans one, I've never liked, and I get how it's good because you have the Texans flag, and it's a bowl, and it's got it's vaguely spelling the letter T. But I don't know. The Rams one just looks terribly weird, as does the Raiders one. The Cardinal bird is tilted a little bit. It looks a bit it just looks dumber than the new one. The new one looks more aggressive. And Pat Patriot there, I don't know. Like, it is kind of cool, so I should probably bump. So if I redo it, I put the Jaguar and the Patriot in B, and probably keep the rest. And in D tier, you just have, I've never been a fan of the Panther logo at all. The Viking one also I don't like. The new one or the old one. This one is even worse.
In both of those, they're definitely just those two, and I would also say the Seahawks one are just worse versions of the current logo.
The Seahawks one is garbage.
I don't get how the Viking came to be because it just looks stretched.
It does.
Like the new one, they just unstretched it and they put a bit of color in it.
It looks terrible. The Seahawk bird looks high. Does not look like an aggressive football team. It looks high. And then you have the really bad, like the last three are just terrible. I don't know what they were thinking, Chiefs, Packers, and Browns. Horrible. I'm glad they changed it up. Like, they have made big improvements by just using a damn logo instead of these, like, caricatures. So that is my tier ranking. What do you agree with and what do you not agree with?
Well, we're gonna get to mine right away. I think that is easier to just switch over to my version of this ranking, and we see some similarities, some differences.
We were supposed to do it only aesthetically, not homerism, man. That saying needs to be bumped at least 2 tiers down. You can't tell me. You can't tell. You can't tell me that shit, nah, dude. You know.
I can admit that there's probably some bias there, but I legitimately like it as a from visual standpoint as well. Others logo great.
It's great. I need that back, man.
Dude, the Houston Roughnecks, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The Houston Roughnecks from the XL is basically the same logo.
You can be the Tennessee Oilers. It's not too far fetched. You can do it.
I like the old Dolphins logo. It's kind of fun.
So much better.
The art style looks kind of old, which I generally am not a huge fan of. So that's one of those problems. But otherwise, the concept is really cool. Yeah. If it had like one more color, maybe it would be an S tier, but it's not quite there for me. The Tony the Tiger there, not really, but it's pretty cool logo.
The Bengal Tiger's fine.
I like the football helmet as an idea. If there was multiple in here, they would all that lower. Yeah. That's just how that works. It's
just strictly worse than the bolt itself to me.
I like the Texans logo. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't know.
It's simple, but it's effective. The colors have good contrast to each other, and it looks cool. The guy kicking the football off the steel beam for the Steelers, that's a good logo.
Yeah.
It's fine. In B tier, we have some of the animal logos. Okay. I don't mind the Falcon that much, actually.
Hey, listen, compared to the new one, I hate this old Falcon. Looks so clunky and weird, and the new one is just so much better.
So yeah, generally speaking, you can see BC tier is a lot of the animal logos, just based on which ones I like better and worse. The bear line on the football, I don't know. I mean,
it's a bear and a football in team colors. Like, they match, dude.
It's just a huge football with a lazy bear just laying on top of it.
Maybe it's a regular sized football and a tiny bear. How about that?
Yeah. I originally had the Ravens logo a bit higher, but it just says Ravens and there's a B and there's some wings. It doesn't look like a football logo as much as it just looks like a seal for something.
It's like they moved. Oh man. There's a new team. They're called the Baltimore Ravens. They play in 3 weeks. Let's throw together a logo. How about a big B and the word Ravens? Oh, let's put wings on it.
It looks better than the Washington football team logo.
True. That came to be with the same process.
Yeah, I like the Falcon a little bit, but it's a very simple design. It's not as good as the new one. Yes, probably, but and then there's a lot of other animal logos in the next year as well. You got the Rams, the Panthers, the Lions, the Seahawks, the Eagles, the freaking the Colts.
And the people logos too.
Some of the people logos as well. These are just the logos that I don't particularly like, but I don't find egregious either.
Okay.
And then
you're gonna tell me that the Chief is not egregious, or that Seahawk.
The Seahawk doesn't look particularly great, but it works. It's a Seahawk. And yeah, the people are just the ones that they look okay. The Chiefs one, that you have the state in the background. It's not. But yeah, the old Browns logo and the Packers logo. What you can't tell what's going on really. I get what they're going for, I think, but you can't really tell what's going on. The Browns logo is just oof. The Viking is just
terrible.
It's stretched for fuck's sake. Like if they just compress it a little bit, maybe it's not as bad.
But I have 2 things to I guess 2 big things that I think you're objectively wrong at. And one of them is obviously the same thing, that's homerism, but you already kind of went into that. The other one is the Giants one.
It's just the word Giants!
But it's so damn cool. It's a little bit slanted, and on the helmet it looks so sick. It looked so cool, like you saw Lawrence Taylor with the slanted word. Giants. And it's underlined. It's man, dude. These guys are real. These are Giants, dude. These are the New York football Giants.
Like, the Ravens logo is far more inspired than the Giants logo.
No.
We're like, oh yeah, let's just throw a B in the word Ravens. Like,
Yeah, it's not the most creative logo, but
it's just a
goddamn
word.
it, we're talking about the New York freaking Giants.
The New York Football Giants, yeah.
Yeah, that's all that it needs to be. Like, that's all the logo ever had to be, and they changed it to NY, which looks just so much worse.
Yeah, you also got the buffalo and the star in there. They're both just one color, and the star is a really simple shape. The buffalo is at least a little bit more
Just
something.
for it being a buffalo, it should never be in the bottom tier.
I don't really like the Buccaneers, dude.
That's weird.
Not as like a logo for a football team. That looks like it's some sort of like a brand that's trying to sell you like a soup or something. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's Uncle Ben. I feel like that Buccaneer is definitely better than the old Raider. Most of the people logos, actually, it might be the best of the old people logos.
The Raider at least has a lot of things going on in there. Not like too much where it looks busy. Where like the Packers one, where you can't really tell what's going on because there's just so much stuff on it, but it's not like designed well. Yeah, the Chiefs to a lesser degree, but like I think the Raiders logo works. You got football, you got the Raider, you got some cross swords. It's simple imagery. Yeah.
I know.
That's the list.
That's apparently the list. Let's get into the modern ones. Mine first or yours?
Yours first. We're going in the same order as we did before. This fits a lot better.
These are
the tiers are named slightly differently, but I assume we're treating those the same as the other one.
Yeah, these are a lot more recognizable. Let's get first things first. That Steelers logo is the best sports logo in existence that has ever been in existence. It's clean, it's simple, it's historic. You got the three rivers represented. You got the steel industry represented, the yellow, red, and blue, and it says Steelers in there. It is the perfect logo. There's nothing better. The New York Jets one, to me...
I think there's a car brand that has a similar logo.
A what?
I think there's a car brand that has a similar logo.
But it's not colored and the stars. I know what you mean. What is it? Is it Nissan? It's something like that. The Jets one, to me, looks very old school, but it actually isn't, which makes it great. It's timeless, and it looks like... It screams, man, old New York sports team. Extra points for the new Falcon. Looks a lot more dynamic. Still spells the letter F just nicely. And the red color added makes it look a lot better, especially... fitting their uniforms. Like the new Bronco, also just more dynamic, more modernized. The G in Green Bay is absolutely timeless. This might be the biggest improvement on the list. Honestly,
you really like that Georgia logo, huh?
The Georgia logo, the Green Bay logo, the Bolt.
By the way, you can't tell them apart when they're black and white. Their shape is ever so slightly different.
Yeah, that's important. The Bolt for the Chargers is pretty cool. It's simple. It's it's a Bolt. It could be a little better, but I like it, and it looks good. It looks good on helmets. That's what I like to think about. Stuff that looks good on helmets. Too.
Yeah, that's something that I definitely didn't take into account basically at all. I just looked how cool the logo just looks as a logo. I'm thinking more like on like the website when they have the schedule and they have like the logos next to the scores and stuff. That's more what I'm thinking about.
I think of that too, and there's nothing cooler than an all matte black helmet with the Steelers logo on it with the yellow face mask. It doesn't get better than that. But the Bolts one, Chargers one looks pretty good on the blue helmet as well. Niners, Eagles, Bucks, and Seahawks are all just improved, modernized versions of the old ones. I like the flag for the Buccaneers, and the Seahawks it's the same motif, but it just made a lot better, looking a lot better. Same basically goes for the Cardinals as well. The bird looks more reasonable.
Yeah.
I like that the Ravens adapted the bird. The Bears one is historic, but a little uninspired. But
it's the letter C.
Yeah, for Chicago, gotta give them credit. It'll never change. I like the Saints one slightly less than the black one, but it's still the same idea. The line is the same basically. The Titans,
it's a little more detailed.
Yeah, the Titans. I mean, be the Oilers again. The Washington Footballs, they added feathers to the thing, but we'll have to judge that when they come up with a new logo. I'll see what that is. I like the Kansas City Chiefs one. It should maybe also be in B tier. I think I put it one below because it's just less like historic than the Packers and 49ers, for example, even though it's a very similar idea. Plus, it's in the shape of an arrowhead, which is pretty cool. The Raiders one is better. The Patriots one is equally okay as the old Patriots one. The Giants, man, what happened to the Giants? This is why they play bad.
It's literally the same logo, just as different letters.
Correct, and that is so much worse. And it's not the same logo because the Giants was tilted. It was slanted. This one is not slanted. It's a less aggressive font. It is just a smaller logo. Get back with the Giants. Take the NY out. It's horrible. Whatever happened to this team? The Buffalo Bills looks okay, but nothing special. It's not a big improvement. The Buffalo's moving now.
Yes.
The Big Bengal B, not really a notable improvement for me from the Bengal head. So, same.
I mean, the Bengal head was really cool. This one, not as much.
The Ram is okay, but there's better ways to do Rams for sure. Panthers still same uninspired stuff. The Cowboys put some white in the star. Browns now are the ones that use the helmet, which is actually also a very old logo already. And you know what? Maybe they should start using the bulldog, like or something. But it's tough to come up with a good logo for a team called the Browns. Texans equally just uninspired. The horseshoe is a little bit empty to me. I don't know about that, but it does look pretty good on the white helmet. But could do better. Jaguar is a Jaguar. The new Dolphin is just horrible. Come on, what happened there? Who approved this over the old Dolphin logo? Like, whoever did that?
I mean, it doesn't have a helmet anymore.
It doesn't even have a helmet anymore. It's terrible. It looks like so bad. And the Viking is just still the Viking, which I've never liked that logo at all.
I think this Viking definitely looks much better than the old one. Like,
it does.
The proportions are correct, and there's more color in it.
But I don't like the motif at all, so I will never like that logo.
Which I guess brings us to my version of this list.
I think the Viking is the only one of the current logos, no matter how it would be changed around, it would always be the bottom tier. Like, the Dolphin could be an A tier just by making it look proper again. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Yeah, who you kidding? Who are you kidding?
Listen, right, I like it. What I also like is the Raven. I think it's a cool design. I like the color scheme, the letter B in there. I'm not sure if it needs to be there, but they fit it in there really well.
Not bad, get.
I like the Kansas City one with the arrowhead.
Yeah.
The just putting the two letters over each other is a thing that a lot of sports teams do, which I don't like as a basic design, but with the arrow around it, I think it works. I think it looks good as well, just the KC as well as the arrow. And I like the Buccaneers logo. I really do.
That's okay.
The flag with basically a small logo on it itself, and then the saber holding up the flag. Yeah. It does
look cool.
It does feel very piratey, which is what they were going for. I like the Titans logo.
Titans is too gimmicky for me, man.
It's very simple, and then it has like this like fireball thing going on. And normally, you're gonna hear kind of an argument for the Chargers logo that's the same that I put against the Cowboys one.
Clean, man.
It's very simple, but I feel like this one does the job very well. It's a little bit energetic, no pun intended, and
looks freaking cool.
It just works.
Yeah.
Whereas the same thing could be said about the Cowboys logo, but I just don't like it that much. It's just a star.
True.
The Bills logo, it's got a lot more motion in it.
Animal logo tier again, huh?
I mean, yeah, listen, right there's
very formulaic sorting.
There's only so much you can do with animals.
Okay.
I put the line a bit below because I feel like it's the least designed one out of them. It's just basically the outline with the color. The Bills one tier higher only because with the stripe adds a little bit extra to it, and it adds to the motion of the image already, so it kind of works in that way. It's a lot of just the animal faces. They look kind of similar to each other.
Helmet in there.
Again, if multiple teams had it at once, not cool at all. Yeah. But if one team has it, I feel like it works.
And the Vikings somehow not bottom tier. That logo is just gross.
It's a guy. There's
always hated it.
I don't mind it. I find it a lot better than some of the other person logos from the past.
It's only like unsavable logo. They just need a complete overdo.
I mean, I said my piece about the Texas logo. It's literally the exact same one.
Yeah.
San Francisco logo. It's good. It does its job. It doesn't stand out as a particularly great one to me, but it's the 49ers logo. That's what it is. I don't mind the Dolphin downgrade as much, but it definitely is worse than the old Dolphins logo. No, I can agree to that. The Dolphins' general design, I don't even find that much worse, but it's just nothing about this is football team, right? It's like
the Dolphins logo is terrible. Like, you don't even know if the orange ring is the sun or a hoop anymore. Like, come on, what is this design?
And then the Rams logo, ever so slightly made it into here.
You can't even tell it's a dolphin. It looks just like a big fish. It could be an orca.
It looks like a
Like, if I told you this was an orca, you'd think it's an orca. We're gonna show this.
Maybe.
We're gonna show this to Sergey and let him guess what fish this is or what animal.
I was about to say neither orcas nor dolphins.
If his first pick is like dolphin, I'd be surprised.
I think that maybe it's just me, but the color scheme kind of tells me dolphin more so than orca. It's like, which I know it isn't exactly color
it's like
either.
Just way chunky, man. Dolphins aren't that fat. This looks like a whale.
The Rams logo I was a bit torn about. It's just very simple. It could have been one lower, but I feel like it works, right? It's in the attack stance.
I liked them a little bit better whenever the horns were yellow and all the white parts were yellow.
Yeah, I was saying that
just a couple years ago. I liked it better.
With their color scheme they're generally using, it might as well be yellow. Yeah. That's true. Patriots is another one that ever so barely made it for me. Mm-hmm. Those two could have been D tier, but I ended up putting them in C. It works. It's kind of simple, and again, they have that forward momentum thing that I feel like pushes them just up there. Raiders logo is very similar to the previous one. Now it has text on it unnecessarily.
It's so much better. It's like concise and like an actual like it's in a badge. Looks so much better on the silver helmet.
And we're also getting into the like letter logos here as well. They're like the B has the Bengals pattern on it. I get it. It's supposed to be the stripes of the tiger. It kind of works, but it's a letter B with a small design on it. The Georgia Bulldogs logo with different colors.
Better.
Actually, I like the Georgia logo better than this, but
they're both really good because they're very similar. But to ranking or D, I don't know.
But it again, it's just a letter. I kind of get what they're going for, but yeah, the horseshoe is a horseshoe. The New York Jets logo it's just some text on the back with a football there.
Looks old school, but it is modern.
I don't know what the Redskins logo is all about, right? It's like this feather thing. What is that like? Is it like an earring? Is it a headpiece? I don't know, but like, why is that on the border of the character
why not?
thing? I don't get the design. I might actually like the old one a little bit better almost, but the lion is just a slightly more refined version of the old logo, as is the Cowboys one.
Giants one you got right.
The Giants one and the Bears one, it's just
let me say one thing. I will need of you a 5,000 word essay on the Steelers logo and an apology to the entire city of Pittsburgh, and I want you to admit your historical ignorance and your general inability to judge art in any way in that text. I want that by
was it the Subaru logo? Is that what it is?
The what?
Subaru, is that what it is?
The car?
I don't know.
Some car brand uses something like that, yeah. Probably ripped it off the Steelers.
Possible.
Or maybe just came up with it themselves.
I mean, I get that there is a lot of symbolism in it, but just visually, I don't like it that much. And again, like, the word Steelers, very small in there for no real reason. It's like, it's the Steelers, the Raiders, and the Jets do the thing where they just have way too much text for a logo, and it's also, like, too small to read when you're actually looking at it from, like, further away. Like, if I'm looking over on our other screen here, I cannot tell you what it says on the Steelers logo unless I know it, which I do, but, you know, Jets, I can definitely read New York, Raiders, Steelers, not at all. So that's definitely one of the arguments here.
It is the best logo that has ever been designed for any sports team ever in existence. I haven't even seen all of them, and I'm that confident in it.
And then there's just some of those, like, weird star shapes. The shape itself is not bad at all, but there's just not a lot there.
They represent the Three Rivers, man.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Yes. Dude, steel industry, man. This logo is phenomenal. It combines modernized design with historic relevance. It is the perfect logo, and every Steelers fan should be proud of that logo. It's the best one, and I will apologize in the name of TrashcanTV for your incompetence in recognizing the greatness of this logo. Now, the Bears one, I think you underrated a little bit too, because it is historic after all. You should at least put it on the same level as the Packers one.
There's the thing with the single letter logos, right? There's 3 of those.
Yeah.
Is the Packers one has the color scheme in there. It's 3 colors effectively, though I guess so is the Bears one. I feel really called it like whiteboard in between the black and it looks visually appealing somewhat, the Packers one that is. The Bengals one, it does the stripe pattern, it also looks somewhat appealing. Mm-hmm. The Bears one is letter C.
Yeah.
It's like,
but it's
got the least going on, And you can, there is such a thing as too much going on, which is, for example, the Raiders logo as well a little bit, but it's just too little for the...
The Raiders logo has less going on than the old one, but here's the thing, not every logo has to be as wacky and funky and new school and over the top as possible to be good. Like, old school logos can be good. The Titans logo is just the Packers or the Bears logo, but overdone. Like, there's no reason to make it like that. And that's even one of the less egregious examples of that.
I preferred with a little bit of something going on there.
What even is the meaning to Tennessee Titans? Like,
I don't know, but...
What's the point? What is this thing supposed to represent? Is it a meteor? Like,
I don't know.
What is it? It doesn't have any meaning. They put the letter T in there. A couple stars. Like, the stars are there for no reason. Like, they don't represent Three Rivers or anything. Or a steel industry. It's just there. It's just a generic logo. This is a logo that you would make for, like, your generic, create a team on Madden. And it's the Tuscaloosa, Tommies. And you call it that. And it'd be just as fine. And that would even fit better because of Alabama's steel industry.
The Bears logo is the same as the same idea as like the Cowboys logo. It's just the thing with like two outlines around it.
Man, I cannot get behind your judgment. I think you disregard a lot of very important things here. And the Viking is obviously the most disgusting thing ever. Just the one thing that I will never approve of. I need a completely redesigned logo for Minnesota. This Viking is just not acceptable. I can't stand for it. And you went big homerism on the Saints, which we said we weren't gonna do, and you did anyway.
It's a cool logo.
It's not an A or B tier logo compared to others in this list. This goes right in the C tier, and everything's fine. And it looks okay. It's not that special. Like, this is the one instance where you pick these simple, old school logo over all the others just because you're that team's fan, not because it's like different.
I mean, it's just as like simple and old school as the Chargers logo, which I put very high as well.
This isn't old school.
Well, I mean, they had the thing on the old team logo. They also had that same. They had it on the helmet, but it's the same logo.
I can see why you'd put it higher because of the like historical relevancy. But then you can't, in the same breath, justify putting the Steelers and Packers where you put them. Like, that's not okay. That is no. That does not work. So this list, I disagree with a bunch of stuff. On the old school one, there were really the two big ones that I did not approve of. But let us know your opinions if you've seen all these logos. Which ones do you like? Which ones do you not like? And for what reason? And again, apologies to Steeler Nation. You have a great logo, and the TrashcanTV. The opinions expressed by individuals do not necessarily reflect the moral stance of TrashcanTV as a company on certain sports team logos.
How's it a moral issue again?
Like, it's so egregious that it is a moral issue. Like, if an opinion question is gotten wrong to a degree that is so egregious, then it becomes a moral issue. That's what it is. TrashcanTV is not to be held liable for Steelers fans getting mad. We didn't mean it. He knows not what he does. We have songs of the week.
We do have songs of the week.
2 of them. You go first. What's the song of this week?
My song of the week is Layla by Eric Clapton.
Went old school?
Yes, I did.
That song is, it's okay. It's one of the best Eric Clapton songs, which means that there's not a lot of awesome Eric Clapton
I think I have like 4 Eric Clapton songs,
it's
one
like,
of which I believe is a cover?
Maybe. It's okay. It's nothing special, though. My song of the week is Mrs. McGrath by Fiddler's Green, specifically.
Yes, my son Ted will clear the way with me to Raya. All the little da, Mrs. McGrath, wouldn't you like that? With me to Raya. All the little da, Mrs. McGrath, wouldn't you like that?
because any song, if I have the Fiddler's Green version, is typically the best version. So it's like a mix-up of a bunch of stuff too, and the song obviously is old as hell, but their interpretation of it is my favorite, so that's my song of the week. We played both of those segments, hopefully. If we didn't get blocked for it, you would have heard them. Let us know your song of the week in the comments of this video. And drop us a like, subscribe to the TrashcanTV, and we're going to see you in the next one. JJ.
That's it.
That's it.